Capricorn, this is your tarot reading for December. I've got a feeling, funnily enough, Aries had some similar energies to Aquarius, and you have some similar energies to Aries. I wonder. I prefixed Aries by saying that up until now, for many months, the readings seem to have been dominated by global events, and now they're feeling much more personal. And then the sting in the tail for Aries was that it was entirely about global events. So I don't know what to say about you. Like Aries, in that central card there, Ace of Coins. So it's definitely about money, if indeed we can talk of money in this increasingly cashless society. Could be about you going out looking for money though. The past, you were a glass half full type of person. Something had made you somewhat depressed. But now, you seem to understand a lot, particularly your subconscious, those of others, your own deepest feelings and those of others, and you have control and command of them. In the future, long-term investments seem to be important. We've got the Devil card. Unhealthy attachments, maybe even addictions. Is it an addiction to money? I wonder. Because what would change, now that creates the outcome, and what would change the outcome is being a bit miserly. So that does suggest an unhealthy attachment to money. But the outcome is you scoring some victories, but also making others jealous. Is that others jealous of your money? I wonder. Cancer, I'm not at all certain about this. I can see so many parallels with Aries and I don't want to jump to conclusions. So please stick with me as we unpack this. Now we have this Ace of Pentacles in this central card, meaning it's incredibly important. It's what the reading's about, and it dominates all the other energies. And this is an energy of going out looking for money, or is it simply telling us that this reading is about money? I'm somewhat perplexed by that, because money's going out of fashion like whatever. Like tomorrow. Anyway, why is it about money? Is it about your past? I really don't know. But money is clearly very, very important. Now, I've been told by the security guard at one of the banks that I use in Jakarta that they're going to stop dispensing cash from ATMs. Now, frankly, Indonesia just simply isn't geared up for that. It would be absolute chaos. So hopefully they've seen sense, hopefully the rest of us refusing to go over to digital payment systems will mean that it doesn't happen. But who knows? So is this about money? Well, it certainly seems to be. Is it about you looking for money? Could be. Or is it just that the reading's about money? I'm really not sure at this moment in time. Now, your past is one of a degree of depression, a glass half empty type of card. You look at it focusing on those 3 glasses that have fallen over, or cups that have fallen over, and not the 2 full cups behind. Is there him or her? Nor even something creative, that there might be even better cups with better contents if you were to go over that bridge, over the Cali, to that other desa. So you're missing out on opportunities through your depression. Sorry, this was the past. Now, I've no idea what it is that's depressing you. It could be money, because if you remember, that does dominate everything. So are you depressed about money? I honestly don't know, but it's a possibility. Now, we don't know if you're still being a little bit pessimistic or not, but certainly you seem to have gained some knowledge, some intuition, almost some divine knowledge. An understanding not only of yourself but others, maybe an understanding of the world, an understanding of the subconscious, yours and maybe everybody else's. So you seem to have tapped into something that others haven't. As I say, maybe that's what made you depressed, I don't know. Or maybe it's changed your feelings. I'm not quite sure. It feels very significant, this, very significant, but I don't quite know how to read it. Now, as we've said, I think the reading is about money. So therefore, the future seeing you making long-term investments doesn't really come as any surprise. Is this to do with your intuition? So we've got you going from pessimism to intuition to making investments. I mean, it still could come out of pessimism, couldn't it? It could be worried about the future, that you believe you have to make long-term savings. Or it could be that you spot an opportunity. Could be either, couldn't it? It's a little bit perplexing at the moment, this reading, I have to say. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now, there was definitely a narrative going here. You know, we know it's about money. You're making long-term investments. You were depressed. You're now intuitive. So whilst I couldn't quite see which way it was going, there was a definite narrative. But now the energy that leads to the outcome is the devil energy. And that doesn't really fit into this narrative. Oh, I suppose it could do. Greed. Yes, indeed. Yes. So the devil energy is that of unhealthy attachments. Is it an unhealthy attachment to money? Certainly feels that way, but then the next card is going to suggest that it isn't that. So we've got an unhealthy attachment to something. It's something, if you look at them, they're chained to that rock. The devil's sitting on the rock. But it looks as though they could slip their collars off. So it's something that you could change. It's something psychological to you, maybe. Something that with willpower you can do something about. Now, just remember that tarot, you have free will. This is just about energies. You can take the good energies and you can try and reduce the bad energies. So you do have free will, and this card, you do have free will. But I'm not sure what you're addicted to. I mean, it feels like it's money, but as I say, the next card casts doubt on that, because this leads to the outcome, and the next card changes the outcome. So I better tell you what the next card is, and this is the card that changes the outcome. So it's the Four of Pentacles, which is being miserly, an unhealthy attachment to money. So that's why, if this changes the outcome, and the devil leads to the outcome, it suggests that what you're addicted to isn't money. I mean, you might have got an addiction to money because we've got it here, but it looks like there's another addiction going on here. So very interesting. So if you're a little bit tight with your money, then it doesn't lead to the outcome. The outcome's a reasonable outcome. Although I could see how not lavishly spending your money would change the outcome. So yet again, I'd better get to the outcome now, hadn't I? So the outcome is the Seven of Wands, you scoring some victories. Now these are victories as opposed to winning the war. So they're like battles, if you like, rather than the war itself. But you are winning them, and people can see that you're winning them, and that makes people jealous. So I could see, this miser card. If you're not conspicuously spending your money, how people wouldn't get jealous of you. So are people jealous of you conspicuously spending your money? Of you being lavish? It could be, couldn't it? It could be that. It really hinges on this devil card, doesn't it? If we can understand the devil card, then I think it will all fall into place. So yes, I'm going to get clarity on this devil card. And the first card of clarity is very important. It's the King of Pentacles. Somebody who's financially astute, somebody who's good with money. The second card is the Fool, going off on a journey with a wide-eyed innocence. And the third card is the Ten of Swords, stabbed in the back. So very interesting set of cards there. Very interesting. The last one, I'm just not sure which way it's going though. Anyway, let's look at each individually. So the first card of clarity is this Ten of Pentacles. Now that would suggest somebody who's astute with money, probably somebody who's financially secure, probably somebody with financial intelligence, if you like. Do you think you're this person, or are you this person? Do you know, I think you are this person. I think that's what you are. Or maybe what you have been. I think you like being it, and that's the bit why it's the Devil card. You're attached to this image, as it were. So whether or not it's true, it doesn't really matter. You're attached to it. You're attached to wealth, which is the opposite almost, isn't it, of the Miser card. So you're attached to lavishness. Yeah. And not only are you attached somewhat to play in the financial markets, but in terms of finance, you're what would be called a stag. You like new things, you like new issues is what a stag means, but you like going off into uncharted territory, into doing things that others haven't, maybe that others would consider risky. But you enjoy doing it, and in fact it's something of an addiction of yours. So you enjoy taking these risks. You get adrenaline from this risk taking. So it is the exact opposite of the miser. You really do enjoy this risk taking. And as I say, it's with new things, with things that others would probably dismiss, but you take a punt on things, yeah. And now we've got the Ten of Swords, and there would be two traditional ways of seeing this, but I've got another way of seeing it. So let's tell you about the two traditional. The Ten of Swords is being stabbed in the back, having the rug pulled from under your feet by others. It happens quickly and everything is lost as a result. So could it be that that's what happens to you? Well, maybe, but does that explain the Devil card? Not really, does it? Could it be that that's how you behave? Most certainly you could be addicted to stabbing others in the back. So that's a distinct possibility. But let me give you an alternative view that I think is probably true. You look at this particular rendering and he's like Icarus, isn't he? He flew too close to the sun and the wax of his wings melted. So you're somebody that likes to take huge risks and are quite happy, quite prepared for them to go wrong, because that's where you get your adrenaline from. It's the risk taking rather than actually them coming to fruition that you enjoy so much. I think that's how we should read it. And I think we can summarise now for you, Cancer. Cancer, what an interesting reading. I'm pretty certain it's all about money. Not only is it all about money, but you have a certain addiction to taking risks with money. We'll come back to that. In the past, you were somewhat pessimistic. Maybe it's to do with how you were with money. But now you sort of pick up an intuition, pick up a sort of a way of seeing things. And I think it is an understanding that life is something of a game to play, and you're going to play it. You're a player, certainly in terms of money. And, you know, you're going to end up with quite a nice nest egg as a result of transforming the way you see things. But yeah, you are somewhat addicted to risk-taking. You like to do new things just for the hell of it. You like to take massive risks, including with money. And that's where you get your adrenaline from. You know, taking these massive risks with money, and you just enjoy it. You do it because you see it as a game and you play it as a game, and you don't really care about the money. In fact, if you were to care about the money and save your money, then I don't think life would be the same for you. Things would go wrong. It's because you actually don't care about the money that you're doing fine, you know, you're doing all right, and you're scoring some victories because of this sort of high risk, don't care attitude. And you're making some people jealous as a result. But, you know, it's because you've detached yourself from the meaning of money. You don't care. I give yourself a pat on the back, you know, fair play to you, Cancer, fair play to you.